Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, consider the following statements regarding the legendary freedom fighter Alluri Sitaram Raju. 1. He was influenced by Gandhiji's civil disobedience movement. 2. He launched the Rampa rebellion against the British. 3. He was honored with the title Madhyam Virudu. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the President of India participated in 125th birth anniversary of legendary freedom fighter Alluri Sitaram Raju. Initially, Alluri Sitaram Raju inspired the tribals to seek justice in the local panchayat courts and boycott the colonial courts under the influence of Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. In August 1922, he launched what is now known as the Rampa Rebellion against the British. Hence, statement 2 is correct. He was honored for his valor and fiery spirit with the title Madhyam Virudu, that is, Hero of the Jungle. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Every year, the government of Andhra Pradesh commemorates his birth date, the 4th of July, as a state festival. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding Nirbhaya Fund. 1. It is an initiative of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. 2. Under it, one-stop center has been launched. 3. It provides speedy assistance and services to distressed and violence-affected women. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the Ministry of Women and Child Development had set up a dedicated fund called Nirbhaya Fund for implementation of initiatives aimed at enhancing the safety and security for women in the country. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. It is an umbrella scheme for safety, security and empowerment of women as an integrated women empowerment program under the name Mission Shakti, including the component of one-stop centers. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Under the Nirbhaya Fund, one of the schemes, namely One-Stop Center scheme, is implemented across the country since 1st April 2015. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The OSCs aim to facilitate women affected by violence with a range of integrated services under one roof, such as police facilitation, medical aid, providing legal and psychosocial counseling, and temporary shelter. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the mission Vatsalya. 1. It is a roadmap to achieve development and child protection. 2. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. 3. The states cannot change the original name of the scheme in order to gain access to funding granted by the central government. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C, all three. Recently, the proposal for critical care and support for accessing justice to rape or gang rape survivors and minor girls who get pregnant has been approved by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. The Mission Vatsalya scheme is a roadmap to achieve development and child protection priorities aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It lays emphasis on child rights, advocacy and awareness along with strengthening of the juvenile justice care and protection system, with the motto to leave no child behind. It is implemented as a centrally sponsored scheme in partnership with state governments and UT administrations with a fund sharing pattern in a 60-40 ratio. Hence, statement 2 is correct. However, for the 8 states in the northeast as well as Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and the UT of Jammu and Kashmir, the center and state UT's share will be 90:10. According to the guidelines, state cannot change the original name of the scheme in order to gain access to funding granted by the central government. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, who among the following had introduced Secure SCO? Xi Jinping, Narendra Modi, Vladimir Putin or Shehbaz Sharif? The correct answer is option B, Narendra Modi. Recently, India has hosted the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in a virtual format. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization comprises India, China, Russia, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, and it is an influential economic and security bloc and has emerged as one of the largest trans-regional international organizations. The SCO was founded at a summit in Shanghai in 2001 by the presidents of Russia, China, the Kyrgyz Republic, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Pakistan became its permanent member along with India in 2017. India assumed the rotating chairmanship of the SCO at the Samarkand summit of SCO on September 16 last year. The secure acronym was coined by Prime Minister Modi at the 2018 SCO summit, and it stands for Security, Economy and Trade, Connectivity, Unity, Respect for Sovereignty and Territorial Integrity, and Environment. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the International Atomic Energy Agency. 1. It is headquartered in Vienna, Austria. 2. It was earlier known as Atoms for Peace. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, Japan has got approval from the International Atomic Energy Agency for its plan to release treated radioactive water from the Fukushima plant into the ocean. The IAEA is the world's central intergovernmental forum for scientific and technical cooperation in the nuclear field. The US ratification of the state by President Eisenhower on 29 July 1957 marks the official birth of the International Atomic Energy Agency. The headquarters of the IAEA is in Vienna, Austria. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Atoms for Peace was the organization's first name when it was formally established in 1957. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, the World Zoonoses Day is celebrated every year on 6th July. It is celebrated to commemorate the development of first vaccine against which of the following diseases? Salmonellosis, West Nile virus, rabies, or anthrax. The correct answer is option C, rabies. The World Zoonoses Day is celebrated every year on 6th July to observe the special day when the first vaccination came to be developed to fight zoonoses. The French chemist and microbiologist Louis Pasteur successfully developed the first vaccination against rabies virus on July 6, 1885. The rabies virus is a zoonotic disease and is known to spread through species. Zoonosis is an infectious disease that can spread between species from animals to humans or vice versa. According to World Health Organization, zoonotic pathogens may be bacterial, viral, or parasitic, or may involve unconventional agents and can spread to humans through direct contact or through food, water, or the environment. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding Pangong Lake. 1. It is the world's highest saltwater lake. 2. 2/3 of the Pangong Lake lies in India and the other 1/3 in China. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, both India and China have ramped up infrastructure development on the north bank of Pangong Lake in eastern Ladakh and western Tibet. The Pangong Lake is situated at a height of almost 4,350 meters and is the world's highest saltwater lake. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Extending to almost 160 km, 1/3 of the Pangong Lake lies in India and the other 2/3 in China. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The Border Road Organization is leading such strategic infra build-up along the LAC. The BRO is working on connecting the last mile in the eastern sector, such as the Sela, Nechipu, and Sela Chabrela tunnels, among other strategic passes. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, who amongst the following is not a member of South Asian Regional Anti-Doping Organization? Indonesia, Maldives, Bhutan, or Bangladesh? The correct answer is option A, Indonesia. Recently, the National Anti-Doping Agency India, or NADA India, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with South Asia Regional Anti-Doping Organization. The SARADO was formed on 16 May 2007 in the South Asian Anti-Doping Program Project Development Meeting held in Maldives. The SARADO comprises of Bangladesh, Bhutan, Maldives, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. This organization is an ideal and fiscally responsible solution to fulfill the requirements of the World Anti-Doping Code and, more importantly, to promote doping-free sport in their respective countries. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following pairs: types of hydrogen and produced through 1. Green hydrogen water, 2. Grey hydrogen fossil fuel, 3. Blue hydrogen natural gas. How many of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? Only 1 pair, only 2 pairs, only 3 pairs, or none of the above? The correct answer is option C, only 3 pairs. Recently, the Maharashtra government gave approval to the state's green hydrogen policy to promote renewable energy and green hydrogen projects. The green hydrogen is produced using electrolysis of water with electricity generated by renewable energy. The carbon intensity ultimately depends on the carbon neutrality of the source of electricity. That is, the more renewable energy there is in the electricity fuel mix, the greener the hydrogen produced. Hence, pair 1 is correctly matched. Using black coal or lignite, that is brown coal, in the hydrogen making process, these black and brown, it is made from fossil fuels through the process of gasification. Hence, pair 2 is correctly matched. Blue hydrogen is produced mainly from natural gas using a process called steam reforming, which brings together natural gas and heated water in the form of steam. Hence, pair 3 is also correctly matched. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following best explains Gucci? Fungus, fish species, corals, or variety of coffee? The correct answer is option A, fungus. The Gucci mushroom hunters are facing distressing circumstances for the second consecutive year as a result of unpredictable weather patterns, early springs, and above average temperatures. The Gucci mushroom is a species of fungus in the family Morchellaceae of the Ascomycota. They are pale yellow in color with large pits and ridges on the surface of the cap, raised on a large wide stem. The ideal weather conditions for the great morel are when daytime Celsius is between 15 and 20 and nighttime temperatures are in the 5 to 9. They can normally be found on southerly slopes and sunny areas before showing up on the northern side of hills or in the shade. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Last question is, the National Chambal Sanctuary is situated in which state of India? Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, or Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. The correct answer is option D, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. Recently, a proposal to set up a dolphin sanctuary in the National Chambal Sanctuary in Uttar Pradesh has been made. In the 2012 census of the Gangetic dolphin, 671 of them were found in the rivers in the state, out of which 78 were sighted in the Chambal River. The National Chambal Sanctuary was set up in 1979 as a riverine sanctuary along an approximately 425 km length of the Chambal River and its ravines stretching over 2 to 6 km wide along the river. It is a tri-state sanctuary with an area of 635 square kilometers in Uttar Pradesh, spread over Agra and Etawah districts. Some part of the NCS also lies in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements regarding the Article 3 of the Indian Constitution. 1. Under it, states can alter their boundaries. 2. Under it, Parliament can change the name of any state. 3. Under it, Parliament can form a completely new state by separating the territory from any state. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.